Hi, welcome to Booser. Today let's look on the human adaptation to extreme environment. Human adaptation to extreme environments, evolutionary marvels. Human adaptability has been a key factor in the survival and thriving of our species. Arctic survival, cold climate mastery. In the Arctic, indigenous communities developed skills to endure extreme cold, using fur clothing and igloo shelters. Desert resilience, navigating the dunes. Desert dwellers adapted to arid climates by conserving water, relying on efficient cooling mechanisms and utilizing shade. High-altitude living oxygen challenges. Populations in high-altitude regions like the Andes evolved physiological adaptations to thrive in lower oxygen levels. Underwater habitats. Aquatic exploration. Deep-sea divers and marine researchers use specialized suits and technology to adapt to the pressure and conditions of the ocean depths. Space exploration, extraterrestrial adaptation. Astronauts undergo extensive training to adapt to the challenges of space, including microgravity and confined spaces. Extreme heat endurance, desert nomads' secrets. Nomadic communities in hot climates developed heat-tolerant clothing and efficient cooling practices to combat extreme temperatures. Subarctic living, cold weather strategies. Indigenous groups in subarctic regions built insulated dwellings and relied on animal furs for warmth. Urban environments, concrete jungles. Adaptations. Urban populations have adapted to city life, developing resilience to noise, pollution, and fast-paced living. Mountainous terrain, altitude adjustments. Himalayan communities adapted to life at high altitudes, with physiological changes for oxygen efficiency. Tundra, survival, Arctic flora and fauna. Plants and animals in the tundra exhibit adaptations like short growth cycles and thick fur to withstand extreme cold. Volcanic landscapes, lava-resistant life, organisms near volcanoes have evolved to withstand high temperatures, utilizing heat-resistant features. Polar exploration, frostbite prevention. Polar explorers use advanced clothing technology to prevent frostbite and maintain body heat in freezing conditions. Arid adaptation. Water conservation. Animals in arid regions have developed water-conserving mechanisms, such as concentrated urine and efficient sweating. Microgravity challenges. Astronauts' bone density. Astronauts face bone density challenges due to extended periods of microgravity, requiring specialized exercise routines. Nomadic lifestyles, migration patterns. Nomadic groups have adapted to seasonal migrations, following patterns dictated by food availability and climate. Symbiotic relationships, mutual survival. Humans have formed symbiotic relationships with certain animals and plants, aiding survival in diverse environments. Extreme pressure tolerance. Deep-sea explorers. Deep-sea creatures have evolved to withstand intense pressure levels found in the ocean's abyssal zones. Heat-resistant cultures. Culinary adaptations. Cultures in hot climates often have spicy cuisines, as capsaicin in peppers can induce sweating, aiding in cooling. Arctic animal adaptations. Camouflage and insulation. Arctic animals like the Arctic fox have developed white fur for camouflage and thick insulation against the cold. Hydrothermal vents. Underwater oases. Life around hydrothermal vents adapted to extreme temperatures and mineral-rich environments in the deep ocean. Biosphere 2. Experiment. Closed system adaptation. The biosphere. Two experiment tested human adaptation to closed system environments, simulating life in isolated habitats. Wind chill strategies. Arctic wind. Adaptation. Indigenous communities in the Arctic developed wind-resistant clothing to counter the biting cold and wind chill. Tree-dwelling adaptations. Canopy living. Indigenous communities in rainforests adapted to life in the canopy, utilizing elevated structures for shelter. Polar bear physiology, Arctic apex. Predator. Polar bears have adapted to their icy habitat with specialized fur, paws for swimming, and a keen sense of smell. Oasis. Settlements. Desert oasis. Life. Human settlements in deserts often thrive around oases, relying on these water sources for agriculture and sustenance. Aquatic nomads. Floating villages. In regions with expansive water bodies, floating villages showcase human adaptation to life on the water. Eskimo Aleut languages linguistic adaptation. Indigenous languages in the Arctic have unique features adapted to convey nuances of ice and snow conditions. Bioengineered solutions, synthetic adaptation. Humans are exploring bioengineering to enhance adaptation through technologies like genetic modification. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, like and share the video to your family and friends. Have a wonderful day.